Hi guys, today we're going to learn what the unit circle is because I'm confused, we're confused, what is it? So let's start off by drawing a circle. Okay? No, you're wrong, you're already wrong. You don't start by drawing a circle, you start off by drawing the quadrants. Okay? And then I'll explain to you why it makes a circle. So we'll go by like -1, -1, 1, 1. Okay? So we can say this point right here is 0. No, not 0, 1. Sorry. 1, 0. This point right here is 0. And this point right here is -1, 0. And this point right here is -1, 0. No. Sorry. Oh my god. 0, -1. But you get the point, okay? Point. Okay. Next, we are gonna put it in like degrees, whatever. So when you're starting with the unit circle, you must know that this is always gonna start off as 0. Hold on, let me make a different color. This is gonna be 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. And then you're going to keep on going to like 360, blah, blah, blah. But let's say you have a negative degree. Then the negative degree would be... Okay, so this would start at 0. This would be -90. This would be -180. And this would be -270. Okay? And then you keep on going to -360, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, now you're probably wondering, like, okay, yeah, like, now what, So, let me tell you what happens with this unit circle and why you need to know this. So, we know that sine equals the y value and cosine equals the x value, and tan equals sine over cos, which equals y over x. Okay, so now what am I doing? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So now you're gonna go and you're gonna do this again, and then at some point you're gonna be like, what is the sine of, okay, let's see, what is the sine of, or no, they won't even ask you that. I'll ask you to find everything. So it'll be like, theta equals 270. Find the 6 trigonometric functions. What are the 6 trigonometric functions, you might ask? Sine theta. But we know theta is 270, so we sine 270. And then what's the opposite of sine? Exactly. Then tan 270, cot 270, cos 270, and secant 270. Okay. Now we're gonna be like, well, now what? I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know what degree that is. That's where I come in. So you do 0. Then you do 90. We just did this. 180. 270. Huh? 270? But how am I supposed to know now? Like, I don't know. That's what I just said, bro. What coordinate point is this? If we're on the unit circle, which we are. So that would be -1, 0. No. You're wrong. We're both wrong. 0, -1. Okay, so now what do I do with this information? Well, remember how I said sine was y? Sine was y, cosine is x, and tan is sine over cosine, which is just x over y. That's where this comes in. So now you're like, okay, you just told me that, but like I just still don't know how to apply it. Let's do pink. Sine, what did we just say sine was? -1. So sine is -1. Not secant. This one is the opposite of sine, right? So what is that? That's 1 over 1. That would just be -1. So that's -1, that's -1. And now we want to know, let's do cosine first. Okay, cosine we know is x. X is 0 over 1. This is 1 over 0. And what is that? Undefined. Okay. So now let's do cosine. No cosine, I mean tangent. Tangent is y over x. So that'd be -1 over 0. Right? So that would be undefined. Then that's the opposite. So that'd be 0 over -1, which is just 0. And now you find your 6 trigonomic functions. Okay, before I leave, let me tell you the pi order. It's the same thing. So we do 0 pi, then we do 1/2 pi, or just pi over 2. And this is just pi, or 2 over 2 pi. And this is 3 over 2 pi. And that's all you need to know. And then they're going to ask you, like, what's this one? And you'll be like, I don't know. But then you'll be like, oh, I remember. And then you're going to get that. Then you can do the sine, cosine. Do that right now. Do that right now. Okay, bye.